I'm not proud at all of who I used to be and what I used to do and the things I said and how I used people. And when I look back, my life was a series of guilts, trying to dodge around the guilt from this sin or that sin, trying to remember what lies I told, and the whole life was just dodging this guilt and this sin. And so in a lot of ways I was a slave to that sin. It ruled my life. It was everything about it. Everything came from the repercussions of my sin, and it was just slavery. And that's what I find passionate about now is for me, my relationship with Jesus brings freedom. Freedom from guilt, freedom from the repercussions of making such obvious and dumb mistakes. The freedom of God to live a guilt-free existence, the freedom of God to know I'm forgiven. There's a joke among my kids, we're so mean to you, how can you be so patient, how can you always put up with us? It's like, well, God is watching me, and every time I do a good thing for you, I get some rewards in heaven, so hanging out with you guys is really increasing my reward. I think that goes to the nature of when we choose to serve others, when we choose to love on them the way Christ wanted them loved on, when we choose to follow what he says, when we choose to act like him, to imitate him, not only does it have great effects in this life now, but Jesus promises us rewards in heaven for that. It's not hard to follow the commands of God. If I love someone, if he says forgive them, that's a command, but I love this person. I choose to submit myself to that slavery. I choose to submit myself to Christ because it's not an untrusted king. I think slavery takes on a negative tone when it's someone you don't trust, when it's someone that is unwanted, someone that goes against my will. But God is everything that I want. Christ is everything I want. And so to follow him, to choose serving someone, to choose loving someone, to choose forgiving, to choose anything his way, which is hard, I trust him. That's the best way to do it.